What's up? Welcome in. We are going to be getting into the first company tier list on the Fresh Start servers. It's going to be really exciting. So legacy servers are going to be out of it. Now, whenever we talk about the company tier list, there's a lot of factors that go into it. First off, we have almost 40 different companies on all of the new Fresh Start servers on the East Coast. Whenever I am ranking people, again, and I cannot specify, or I cannot clarify this enough, guys. I cannot clarify this enough. I am ranking these people based off of their overall skill, their strength on the server, their influence on the server, sometimes potentially like if they own any territories, and also just how I feel, the vibe of the company. I promise you, there is probably nobody out there more fit than me to make this tier list, and that's not me just flexing. It is literally my job to pay attention to the servers and the companies and the competitiveness of all the companies involved.
Let's go!
Now, that is literally what I do. I've been doing it for years at this point, so I like to think my opinion does have some merit. Now, one more asterisk before going into this, I want you guys to know, guys, wars are a little scuffed right now, okay? AGS knows about it, but the respawn bug on the defense, it heavily affects wars right now. So there are going to be some, it's going to be, a lot of this is going to be just slotting, for fun and to try to have start the ball rolling. I hope they get that fixed soon because it is making to where attack meta is kind of a problem. It's just easy to win on attack as soon as you get the fort due to the fort respawn bug. But with that being said, let's go ahead and jump into it. First thing I want to say off the rip is that I am hyper aware that everybody is going to have a different opinion. All I ask is that you can express your opinion in the chat, but please have respect for my opinion at the end of the day. I'll respect you if you respect me. That's how it works. So that is how it works. So let's get into it, guys. Now, we are going to be doing this just in no particular server. Really, we're just kind of going to be throwing it out there, right? We're going to be piecing it together. But yeah, so let's go ahead and start out with somebody that we caught tonight. Let's go ahead and talk about Dopamine. I want to talk about Dopamine. Dopamine is a Covenant company, out here on beautiful Pangea. Now, Dopamine is a legacy company, but it did take them a second to kind of get into form. Dopamine used to be on Marama back in the day, but they ended up switching out, and now they're starting out fresh on Pangea. Dopamine has had solid, strong wars. Unfortunately, tonight was not the best night to showcase Dopamine's strength specifically, but I do think Dopamine, as from Fresh and as a whole, is absolutely one of the best companies on Fresh. These guys are insane, and yes, they may have gotten 1 point held convincingly tonight by Festival, but I think it doesn't take away the fact that I think Dopamine is an A+ company. Now, obviously, not really in that S tier yet. I think they are A+, though. I think if you put Dopamine, just from what they've been able to do on Pangea already and what we've already been able to see coming out from them, I think it's easily fair to say that if they were, just where they're at strength-wise whenever they're fighting the other people on their server, I think it is very evident that they deserve to be there. However, let's go ahead and talk about another company on Pangea. I guess, yeah, let's hit up Pangea a little bit here. So let's just do Festival. Let's do Festival. Festival we saw tonight. Festival is pretty insane. I'm not gonna lie, guys. If you guys are wondering who Festival is, they are a Marauder company out here on Pangea. Festival is a lot of old heaters. So the Festival does kind of have that, that legacy prowess that you do see from a lot of strong legacy companies. However, I would say that Festival, out of all of the legacy companies, seems to be the most consistent, and from what we're seeing now already, especially from Pangea and some other companies kind of faltering, we're seeing Festival rise to that occasion. I think Festival right now, out of all the fresh servers, everything, I think Festival is the standout as an S tier company. Gotta put them at S tier. I genuinely feel that way. I think Festival is so consistent. The roster is so tight. These guys are insane. It doesn't surprise me that tonight they look very strong against Dopamine, and this isn't just recency bias. I do think that Festival is going to be able to continue to show that consistency, and especially, especially if you saw a lot of, the heaters and stuff in the past. So it is what it is. Let's go ahead and talk about let's do some Arctica. Again, we're going to be bouncing around. We're going to be doing some bouncing around. Let's talk about Arctica, and let's bring up Negative Aura. Let's do Negative Aura. Negative Aura is a marauder company out there in Arctica. These guys, they are pretty much old atrocity. They're pretty much old atrocity. These guys are pretty, I mean, and again, it's interesting to see because I feel like Negative Aura, it's almost like we don't really, and also this will be kind of like maybe I don't know, maybe I don't want to say a based opinion, but it's kind of weird because it's really hard to tell a lot of these companies in general, because the reality of this is we haven't seen like a lot of companies' true potential. We just haven't. We haven't. A lot of these companies generally, like Negative Aura, for instance. Negative Aura was Atrocity on Legacy, but they came over here and they were on Samaria. And whenever everybody ended up pissing their pants and leaving Samaria, Negative Aura was one of those companies. And we never really got to see what they looked like before then. So they go to Arctica, and right now Negative Aura does feel like undoubtedly the strongest company in Arctica, right? Nobody can really challenge them. So I think Negative Aura, you could argue that Negative Aura is A tier, and potentially even like a back of A tier. But right now, since we haven't really been able to see a lot of the potential of Negative Aura, and I think high B is where I would personally place Negative Aura. I think Negative Aura being in that high B placement is definitely ideal for me. I think that these guys, again, very well could be A. I'm not kidding. I think Negative Aura doesn't realize that they could be A. Just to be fair, guys. I think Negative Aura doesn't realize that they could be A. They heavily underestimated themselves, and I think that they very well could be an A tier roster. But again, with what we've seen so far, I think high B is definitely a good spot for them. Also, just to let you guys know, I'm trying my best not to look at chat, and if you guys are wondering how these are ranked, I actually have a separate list that I made during the day that I'm using as a template. So, but it is changing. It is ever changing right now. Just to let you guys know, I am doing, you know, my best. This tier list is mine. So I just want you guys to be aware of that if anybody has questions. I saw you guys put in B, and I do, honestly, I had Negative Aura, high B, back of A. So I think it's funny. We do kind of agree with that there. I still think Negative Aura could be A though, to be fair, because there's some other A placements that I have here that could question it, but we'll get to that. Either way, let's talk about, also thank you guys for all the follows. I know that I'm a little busy doing my tier list, but I appreciate it, guys. Welcome in. We've been doing this for about 3 years, so yeah, it's what we do. It's what we do. So let's go ahead and talk about Arctica again. Let's go ahead and bring up, let's do Leandro. Let's do Leandro a little bit. Leandro is a company out here in Arctica as well. They are a syndicate company out here. We just had an interview with Decran the other day, and I do think that Leandro is having really good strides. I think that as a company, they look solid. I think that they have consistency. I think that on Arctica, they're definitely somewhat of a standout. I think they are. I think they look good. Now, the thing about Leandro is they struggle. We just saw tonight they got kind of like farmed by LRF, but again, it is tough because the way that the defense meta works at the moment, it's tough, right? It's hard to say. Leandro has had good wars though. We see them beat Ordo Renata or Ordo Vindictus. I'll get to that, but Ordo Vindictus, I would say that that people want to meme Leandro, but I think for how strong Arctica is, thank you D's Nuts, thank you Scooch, thank you guys. With how strong Arctica is, I'm not gonna lie, I see what you guys say in the chat, but I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I think Leandro is a C tier company. I don't think they're D or F. I think that, especially when we start getting into a lot of the lower tier companies on here, I think you guys are gonna understand the placement more, because there is a lot of companies that are out here that definitely still need a lot of improvement. I think C is totally fine. They have a lot of because again, what you guys are going to see is that there's a lot of companies that do not have the foundation that LeAngel has, that does not have the kind of like, you know, the wins that LeAngel has, or even quite honestly, the amount of wars that LeAngel has. So I think putting them in D or F would be completely disingenuous. We see complete bangers coming out from like, you know, LeAngel and Ordo Vindictus and these guys who consistently war. I think, you know, for the D and the F tier, you guys are going to definitely see a little bit more moving forward of where like D and F tier kind of go, right? And you also have to think about Arctica's server as a whole. Arctica's server as a whole is very strong. Like it does have a, you know, a good amount of strong players. Whenever you look at, let's say, a Kalahari, what's even going on over there, right? So it is what it is. So let's go ahead and get into some others. Let's go ahead and talk about some Rosa. Let's talk about Rosa. So let's talk about Gorb. And I know some of you guys might be like, Rosa, Resident Sleeper, what's Rosa? Look, let me fill you in. Gorb is a Covenant company out here in Rosa, and Rosa as a server was very weird because we saw Rosa look really good off the rip, but unfortunately, Prim was on that server, and then Prim left. The great leaving of Prim.
Let's go.
That did happen. That did have Prim left, and then who was to take the reins? Well, for a second, we do have other companies from Rosa in here that are Fridgescapers and others, right? Devout, Forefront, things like that.
Let's go.
But Gorb 100% was the company that kind of came in and started shaping up the server the most. And I think Gorb, we have caught some Gorb, okay? We have caught some Gorb. I think Rosa as a whole, is interesting. When it comes to Gorb's strength, though, it's still yet to kind of like see what's going on over here, right? We don't really know. I think Gorb has the potential, but they need to fight real competition. And whenever you look at Rosa, it's kind of tough. I think right now it's going to look like top of D, but I think at the moment, I think Gorb is D. And I know like whether that might be bad to some, but to be honest with you, D is not bad. But especially whenever you take a look at a lot of other companies that are going to slot in these spots, I think Gorb, with the unfortunately, when it comes to overall competition, they haven't been tested, and I want to see where they would stand. But I think if somebody were to ask me about Rosa as a whole, I would tell them that Gorb is probably the company to look at, right? So I think we need to see what Gorb is made of. We need to see what this company can pull off, and I think that is going to really determine kind of like what the trajectory is, right? So yeah, Gorb, I think D is totally fine. Let's go ahead and talk about another company in Rosa while we're on it. Fridgescapers. Now, I know, to be honest with you, Fridgescapers was looking solid off the rip, but to be honest, like whenever Prim first left, Fridgescapers was kind of like question marks for me. It's kind of tough. I feel like Fridgescapers, unfortunately, is probably in the F tier at the moment. Now, on what we're at in the F tier, we'll see. But we just haven't seen much of Fridgescapers. They were supposed to have a war tonight, but I literally did not have any POVs for it. So, guys, this is a shout out. If you guys now, and I see somebody say like, where's Astral Light? Great question. This is a shout out, guys. We have a lot of people in here tonight catching the tier list. Guys, reach out to me. If you're a new company and you're like, where's my company on this list? We are warring all the time. Guys, my link to my Discord is right in the chat. Reach out to me, guys. I need POVs to cast your wars. There's times where I know that a war's happening, but we just don't have anybody to cast over. So if you are one of those companies, reach out to Willie. Let me know. I would love to try and cast your wars more. So I'm just putting that out there. Yeah, and so let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, let's do another server. Let's do, oh God. Guys, I almost want to do TFR. Yeah, I kind of want to do TFR. I kind of want to do TFR, but boys, where I put TFR, you guys, I already know for a fact that where I put TFR, you guys are gonna think I'm so biased, man. But let's do TFR. Now here's the thing. Willie's in TFR, so there is going to be some bias here. All right, let's not get it twisted. Now, we haven't really seen a lot from TFR, in my opinion. You know, but I know that we have a strong roster. I know that we have a strong roster. TFR is kind of one of these companies that is untested. You know, we are untested like 100%. I am trying to get Zaddy, Zuvner, Achilles to get us off of this server that is dogshit Samaria. I'll be honest, guys. Look, I know that realistically, because we haven't really been tested yet, that I think probably like top of C is where we're at. But I firmly believe that we're a back of B. I firmly believe that we're a back of B, guys. I'm gonna stand 10 toes down. I think we're a back of B. I think that we can cook. I really do. I think that we can cook. Maybe is there some bias in this? Look, I even said, look. I even said that there might be some bias. Okay, but I'm thinking back of B is fine. I think TFR can look. Look, guys, look, I prefaced this, okay? You cannot be mad at me. I said that there might be some bias, but I think that look, guys, somebody convince Achilles to take me to Cath, okay? No, it's not sus. No, look, guys, I need you guys to convince Achilles to take us to Cath right now. This is my call out. Bro. If Zaddy, Zuvner, Achilles let us go to Cath, bro, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, bro. Yo, all right, look, look, I'm putting it out there. The goal is in the mail. Look, I'm just saying, this is what I feel, bro. This is what I feel. I'm just saying, guys, okay? This is what I feel in my soul. All right, the free rank by Willie. Yo, TFR is dodging Cath. Based, Mac. Based. TFR is dodging Cath.
Let's go.
Based, dude. Based, dude. Yeah, tell him. Yeah. Yeah, we have a needs to see more category. Actually, you know what? I mean, look, okay, let's be honest. You could argue that a lot of these companies are in a needs to see more, by the way. Just saying. But for the list, for the funsies, we're gonna go ahead and make it happen, okay? Look, to be honest, Wombi, I'm gonna show you. Look, guys, I had negative aura on the back of A or high B. I'm not gonna lie. I tell you, look, we'll move some adjustments around by the end of this, okay? I'm gonna be honest. Look, I did have negative aura at the back of A. So let's go. Let's go ahead and talk about more. Let's go ahead and do a Dusty. Thank you for the raid, dude. Much love, man. Thank you. Hey, shout out to my boy. What's up, guys? What's up? We're doing the company tier list. We got the big company tier list coming in. Let's here. Go. Yo, Dusty, thank you so much, brother. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. Yo, Lynn the Glord, thank you. Right now we're a little hot. It's a little hot. We just placed TFR and B tier. So guys, what? Okay, guys, do we rank cats now that Dusty? Like, all right, guys, let's do it. All right, guys, we'll do cats next. We haven't placed cats. All right, guys.
Let's go,
guys. Cats with abs is Cats with Abs is a Covenant company out here in Kinnerland. Now, Cats with Abs, look, they've been looking really good since they got on the server, but we have seen some shaky wars. We have seen some shaky wars recently. Tonight was a rough war. We've seen that they look tough against Harvest. Honestly, Harvest, which is old Grams, is looking really good out here. The thing with Cats is, if you guys remember a little bit of like the Lilith project, whenever I had like a lot of newer people, that's kind of like what Cats is in a way. So the fact that they have like a little bit of a learning curve and stuff, it is respectable. Shout out to my boy Dusty, he's leading that over there. It's kind of a similar vibe to that. So you're going to be seeing some kind of like, you know, some parity, right? Some learning curves. I think that Cats is pretty good, but the question is, is like, where are they at right now? I think that Cats is respectfully kind of in that like C tier. Now, are they above Leandril? I mean, maybe. I feel. I mean, you could make the. I mean, right now, like overall, right? Again, this isn't like a one comparison. I think Cats could be like right here on maybe towards the top of C with like Leandro, right? I think they could be. You could argue back of B, but right now, I just don't think we're completely there yet. You know what I mean? I just don't think we're completely there yet at the moment. So I think that, like, I think Cats has the potential. Like legitimately, I think Cats has the potential to be like like a B tier company if they keep cooking, right? And we have time. We have time. We have plenty of time to get there. So yeah, again, we ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit else about the server. Let's talk about Tyros. Tyros is a marauder company out here on beautiful Kennerland. Now, Tyros is, these guys, I forget who they're made up of primarily, but they look pretty good. Tyros actually does look pretty damn good out there. So they've had some solid wars with Cats. They've had some solid wars with Bountiful Harvest. I will say, though, out of the three, it's tough to say. I feel like Tyros, from what we've seen, because you have this trifecta of Kennerland, right? You have this trifecta in Kennerland where you have Tyros fighting Cats, Tyros fighting Harvest. But if I'm not mistaken, unless my facts true, I mean, everybody's kind of been having some back and forth, but I feel like in general, Tyros is a little bit of the, like the weaker of the three, and that's just my personal opinion. Okay, that's my personal opinion. I feel like Tyros is a little bit of the weaker of the three. If I had to put them all in, I think that Tyros has they have good wars, they have good plays, but I think Tyros is respectfully, like, I would say like right here. I think Tyros is still C. I think Tyros C tier. I think I'm fine with that. I think that that's fine. I think Cats is a little bit above Tyros in my opinion, and I think Leandro probably is a little bit as well. So I mean, it's tough. Tyros is better than Cats. You think so? Too high? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Oh, here, I can micro my face cam a little bit. Here. My bad. Here, I'll move my stuff. Yeah, I feel like from what I've seen, I think this is fine placements in my opinion. Like this is completely fine placements in my opinion. I think Tyros is a little bit below. I've seen more Tyros losses. Yeah. But yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna go with it. Again, this is my tier list. This is where I have people. Okay, guys. Look, I respect your guys' opinions, though. Okay, I really do. Let's talk a little bit. Let's go back to Cath for a second. Let's go ahead and rip it up. Let's talk about Post-Detto. Let's do it, guys. We have Post-Detto here, the Propa boys. Post-Detto is a Covenant company out here in Cathasia, beautiful Cath. Cath is a poppin' server in general. Now, Post-Detto, these guys were a legacy company. We just had an interview with them not too long ago. We just had an interview with them not too long ago. I think Post-Detto Clarity, these guys look really strong. I think, and especially considering the strength of Cathasia, we're only going to see more popping. We're only going to see more stuff popping, right? We are. And Post-Detto has had, now again, this is tough. This is tough at the moment, but man, guys, I'm looking at this list and I think I got to change something already. All right, here's what I'm gonna do. Look, again, this is Willy's list. You guys, this is Willy's list. Yeah, guys, I feel like, look. Guys, you guys are gonna cook me, bro. I think that with the way Cathasia looks, man, and oh God, this is so tough. This is so tough, man. It's so tough because Cathasia is the standout where you have so many strong companies. I think Post-Detto, look, this is my opinion, guys. This is my opinion. All right, I'm gonna put Post-Detto A. Look, the way it look. But again, I think Post-Detto could be A. And I think negative aura moves up. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I think negative aura moves up and post at OA. Look, guys, look. I'm just saying. Look, guys. Look, this is where we're at now. All right. This is look. I'm not looking at chat. I'm not reading chat. All right. Look. Trust the process. By the time this tier list is over, guys, I promise you guys will have a look.
Let's go.
I promise, guys, it will make sense. No, it will make sense. By the time this tier list is over, you guys will be like, oh my God, he's actually 5-head. I promise you guys. I swear. I swear, bro. Look, let me cook. Let him cook, bro. Let him cook. Now, while we're talking about look. While we're talking about Cathasia, look. While we're talking about Cathasia, let's talk about F-Baller. Let's talk about F-Baller, bro. F-Baller, guys. I mean, we haven't even seen a real war coming out from F-Baller. But F-Baller is a Covenant company out here on Cathasia. They're like the sleeping dragons. I'll be honest, guys. Yeah, you could put F-Baller in needs to see more. If you got before I get to this, F-Baller, again, Covenant company in Cathasia. These guys are made up of a lot of goated legacy players, and I'll be honest, I know these guys. I gotta be honest. I know there's gonna be some things aren't gonna make sense whenever I talk about them on the tier list. I could put F-Baller in a needs to see more because we haven't seen a war, but I think based off of pure aura alone, I think F-Baller is an actual S tier company. Nobody wants to fight. You're talking about everybody on this server. Nobody wants to fight F-Baller. And all you hear is F-Baller Merco. So I'm putting F-Baller in S tier based off of aura. I'm just based off of aura, and look, this is why this is my list, bro. This is based off of aura alone. Look, I'm just saying. If not, I want to see somebody fight F-Baller. Okay, I want to see somebody from Cath fight F-Baller. All right, guys, I'm just saying, dude. Let me see it, bro. GG's January. Hey, GG's January, bro. The aura is just too strong, bro. The aura is too strong. GG's January. Let's go ahead and let's talk a little bit about some of these other companies over here. And again, not to sound rude, let's talk about Zephyr Cakes. I haven't seen a lot of Zephyr Cakes. They're a purple company, or my bad, a syndicate company out here in Kinnerland. I have not seen a war from these guys. Yeah, but to be honest with you, Zephyr Cakes, I think they're probably in the F tier. I just haven't seen much from them. Maybe we can see some action coming out from them, but right now it is what it is. It is what it is. We gotta put. I'm just gonna put them there. We're gonna speed run a couple people in the F tier. We're gonna do Can't Find the Crit. Again, a company that again, guys, I want to cash these companies. Okay, I want to cash these companies, but Can't Find the Crit's probably gonna be popping in the F tier as well. Just keeping it real out here. It's how it goes. First off, we need to have this conversation, guys. Guys, Willie needs to have a conversation with you guys, okay? And it needs to happen now. The conversation that Willie is going to be having really revolves around the fact that there's a server that unfortunately is just, it's a server. Nothing. Also, thank you for the resale, Wiyuki. Love you, bro. We're going to talk about Kalahari. Kalahari, I don't know what's going on in Kalahari. All right, I'll be honest. So we have companies in Kalahari. I could have put them in needs to see more, but I wanted to just respect them and put them out here. I have never seen Kalahari do anything so far. And I don't know. I want to catch some Kalahari, but I think out of all the servers, Kalahari seems to be the least competitive and the least active. So again, nothing but respect, but I am putting Purple Panda Patrol, which is a syndicate company out there. I want to get them on here though, okay? Mandalorian is a Marauder company, but they were actually an older legacy company on Lilith out there. And then also Eternum Tax Collectors. Guys, whoever Eternum Tax Collectors is, guys, I don't know, Eternum Tax Collectors, I looked at this server, these guys own like so much. No, look, trust me, guys, being ranked in F tier is better than Needs to See More. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you it is. It just, trust me, trust the process. I want to try and catch more though.
Let's go.
Yeah. Oh wait, Eternum Tax Collector just lost. Wait, Purple Panda just beat Tax Collectors? Okay, so Purple Panda Patrol is really out there. All right, then I'll put them above everybody else then on Kalahari. That's all I can do. That's the best I can do. You guys are twisting my hands here, okay? All right, this is you get out of the game with the boys and the panda, fun server. Okay, I got you, Wiyuki. We'll try and catch it. Look, I mean, let me know if you guys are. Again, this is another PSA. If you guys are in these companies that we haven't seen a lot of, reach out to me, bro. I want to try and catch you guys more. The problem is, the problem is we just don't know. Hey, look, I got you, Valeris. Look, we'll move it up at the top for now. I'm doing these. I'm doing these rankings every other week / every month. So I will be. These are going to be constantly changing. Let's get into. Let's go ahead and talk a little bit about cosmic scales. Now, guys, before I slot these guys. I'm hearing rumors that they're dead. Is this true? Is Cosmic Scales out of the game, or are they? What's going on? I'm gonna rely on you guys because I had a ranking for them, but they disbanded? Okay. I'm not gonna lie. Just remember, Willie. Hey, Vipper. I bet. They disbanded like an. Okay, well, all right. Cosmic's first in the graveyard. All right. Well, it is what it is. Yeah. This time at Hudson Land? I got you, Cosby. No, I heard that some people were going to Hudson Land. Yeah. I feel like I should still rank them. I mean, honestly, if I could rank Cosmic for the stint that they had, I would have put them up here around, like, obviously the Dopamine and Festival level. You know what I mean? But I mean, let the record show. Let the record show. I would put them right up here with. I mean, why not, dude? They were on par. You know what I mean? They were on par. So I let the record show I had it up here, but respectfully, since they did disband, I'm going to put them in the graveyard. But yeah, you know what I mean? I'm just going to go ahead and make that happen. But yeah. Oh. Yeah. Cosmic has, you know what? Actually, you know what? Let's just slot them anyway. I think Cosmic had a completely fair amount of W's to be slotted for this tier list. Yeah, you know what? Let's just slot it anyway. I think that's totally fair. Yeah, I can't put Cosmic over Dopa simply just because, I mean, the fact that they did 8 ads is insane. Look, I support 3 children off this stream, bro. I'm sorry, man. Look, if you ask nicely, we got a lot of Oilers. Somebody might hook you up, bro. I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry, bro. I got to do what I can out here, Riv. All right, let's go ahead and get into some more. Let's talk. Oh man. Let's talk Indecisive. Indecisive is speaking of Pangea. Indecisive is a purple company out here in beautiful Pangea. Indecisive, we've only seen one war coming out from them personally, right? It is what it is. To be fair, it's kind of tough to see. I know they have a lot of territory. I know that they look strong, but we haven't seen their strength. And I just would not be comfortable with putting them on like a level, on like a level. I feel like I can't put them on like a C level, right? I think Indecisive is respectfully on the D level right now. I think that they're a strong company, but I can't put them higher at the moment because I haven't seen them fight with real competition, and I don't quite know like their roster. So I'm gonna put them here. If you get Aura blasted off a server, you go down a tier at least. Yeah, I don't know. Terrible. So yeah, I mean, I don't think so. I mean, obviously, again, everybody respects, everybody has their own opinion, but I don't think, in my opinion, I mean, again, do you think that Indecisive is as strong as or has done more than Cats, Leandro, Tyros, or TFR? Or I guess, you know what I mean? I just don't think so. I think right now it's fine, but I haven't really, I don't know. Again, I don't really know 100% of their roster either. So, two different, okay, but what companies, T-Bones? Yeah, I mean, I think that Indecisive absolutely could be a C-tier company, but I just don't know enough, you know what I mean? Like, I haven't seen a ton. I don't know their strength, right? Yo, hey, Nibbly, thanks for the follow.
Let's go!
Thank you. Yeah, I'll keep it here for now. This is what I think, this is what I feel at the moment. So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about, let's do Bountiful Harvest. Let's do Bountiful Harvest. Bountiful Harvest is a syndicate company out here on Kinnerland. These guys are old Grams. Now, Grams started up fresh on Cimmeria, and then whenever everybody left, Grams ended up leaving and becoming Bountiful Harvest in Kinnerland. Now, I'm not gonna lie, I think whenever I look at Kinnerland, I think Bountiful Harvest is the big standout for me. I think this company is leveling up. I think these guys are doing a very, very good job. And right now, I think that they are, in my opinion, above Cats and above Tyros. I think that they stand out as the favorites on that server. I think I'm going to put Harvest probably on the B tier. And honestly, look, I'll put Bountiful Harvest even above TFR right now, simply because they've had wars. They've had wars and they've been able to showcase their strength. Yo, Avocado, thank you for the resub. Thank you, dude. That's 2 years, bro. Thank you, man. And TTV Gilly, thank you so much for the follow.
Let's go.
Welcome in. Yeah, welcome in. All right, yeah, W Propa. W Propa. Let's go ahead and talk about, let's talk about LRF. Let's talk about LRF here. LRF is a Covenant company out here on Arctica. LRF, these guys are pretty good. They just kind of beat Leandro pretty convincingly tonight. I think LRF has a lot of strength in their roster. I think LRF, they meme themselves a lot in chat, especially Tihuni. I think they discredit themselves a lot, but I think LRF is a strong company. This is also a legacy company that's coming in here from, now when I say legacy, it's not like a super active legacy company. They are, a lot of these guys were coming in from different kind of like older, not old legacy players, but you know, not necessarily the freshest. So it took them a second to level up, but I think that they have been doing a very good job. They got a great foundation, and I think they're very strong. And also, they're Negative Aura's toughest competition. At least we haven't really seen it yet, but I think that if there was a company to kind of be on that, like the kind of fight Negative Aura, I think it would be them. I think right now LRF is respectfully high B. I think LRF is respectfully high B. In that B tier. I think that they are, you know, I think they're cooking enough. I think they have strength in their roster. I would say this is totally fine for them right now. Now, again, at the start, I think LRF was kind of shaky, but I think especially after even tonight and the most recent wars we've seen from them, I think that they are going to be that like potential standout on the server that is going to challenge Negative Aura. So I stand behind it. Let's go ahead and talk about Ordo, since we're talking about the server as a whole. Ordo Vindictus. These guys are a Marauder company out there in Arctica. Now, not to be confused by Ordo Renatus. So if you guys know Ordo Renatus back on Lilith, these guys were like demons. They had a lot of strong players in their roster. This Ordo Vindictus roster is actually more of the older Ordo players, back when like Amara first popped off, right? So Ordo Vindictus is kind of in that level. Now, the question is really, is Ordo like better than Leandro right now on the server? Because right now, if I'm not mistaken, Leandro has more dubs over Ordo, even recently. So, I mean, honestly, if you're going off of pure dubs and victories, Leandro is winning. But we also do see the back and forth. And again, especially with the respawn bug, I think that it's kind of like always skewed, right? I think Ordo in general is very strong. And I think Leandro and Ordo wars are honestly freaking bangers. And whoever's attacking on the day, it kind of varies, right? It kind of varies. It's tough. I feel like both these guys are so close, it's hard to even rank them. Like I think honestly, if you were to rank these guys, they're pretty much, bro, they're pretty much like on par with each other. I'm not even kidding. I think these guys are so close to each other that it's hard to even tell. I don't want to put recency bias, but man, it's tough because literally we had Leandro 1 point hold Ordo, and then we saw Ordo speedrun Leandro, and then we saw Leandro speedrun Ordo, or maybe not speedrun, but beat Ordo in the last, like, I think it was like 4 minutes in a war. So it wasn't a speedrun, but it was a good war. The recency says that Leandro's better. But to be honest with you, like, it's tough. I think Ordo, it's tough, man. It's really tough. This is probably one of the tougher ones to rank. This is probably one of the toughest ones to rank, honestly. Holidays are gonna hurt some companies, yeah. Man, it's tough, man. I know it's really a coin toss on the day, bro. These guys are neck and neck. These guys are actually neck and neck. I'm gonna go with my man. I'm trying not to show Leandro bias, man. I'll be honest, but I feel like I want to put Leandro above Orda, but like barely, bro, barely. Where do I rank Prime Supple, dude? Supple won New World, bro. Dude, look at my old tier list, dude. My old tier list, dude. Supple was always S tier for a reason. They just won New World. For sure, Ace, but there is some recency to it as well, right? Like, yeah, like if we add up all the wins and losses, like, but that's not like what this is. A little, like there is some kind of upswing, you know what I mean, to it. It's tough. I'm just gonna slot it. I'm gonna go with my gut. Okay. My gut says Ordo's probably better. I think Ordo's probably like slightly better. No, you know what? It's my list. You guys are swaying me. Ordo behind Leandro. Thank you, Wombi. I needed that reassurance. I have in my list, I have Ordo literally right behind Leandro in my list. I'm gonna go with my gut. We'll see about the wars moving forward. You know what? That's what I had on my original list. I'm gonna stick to it. It's my list. You guys can't be swaying me. I can't people please. It's a habit of mine. All right, let's go. Let's talk about Prim. Is Prim even real? I think, do we just put Prim in S tier for pure aura? Actually, yeah, Prim is going S tier for aura because Prim made everybody leave a whole server without even having to do anything. So yeah, I think Prim deserves to be S tier. Prim is literally in your balls and in your walls, bro. Prim made like 8 companies leave a server without even having to war. To be fair, Big Mac Festival's about the main legit one. Both of these are here for aura purposes alone, so yeah, Prim literally killed Samaria with aura alone. So I mean, you kind of have to put them S tier. And then F Baller has enough aura where nobody even wants to fight him and cries F Baller Merc all the time. So yeah, let's talk about Sinaloa. Now, guys, Sinaloa, Sinaloa is a excuse me. Sinaloa is a syndicate company coming out here in Arctica. We have not seen wars from Sinaloa yet. I'm gonna be honest, and it pains me. They're a legacy company. I know that these guys are gonna cook, but they're still in the works. They're gonna be the first company that needs to see more, because I genuinely think this company needs to see more. But if they cook and they get really working on their roster and stuff, I do think that it's gonna transform into something good for Arctica and could be the main bad guy to fight negative aura. So yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Let's talk about Conflict. Conflict is a Marauder company out here in Cathasia. Conflict, man, Conflict is well, it's conflicting. These guys are a lot of, I want to remember it right. I'm gonna do my lore right. I think a lot of these guys are stimmies. I know my boy Swoop is out there. These guys are really strong. These guys are strong, and I think that they are in this A tier conversation right now. The question is, and I know everybody's gonna look at it, is Is Conflict better than Deado? I think it's kind of tough. I think Conflict does have it over Deado though. I think it does. I think Conflict is definitely over in the A tier. I think Conflict has had more consistency against post Deado, although I think post Deado is still in that conversation as well. But I think it's very close. I think that Conflict as a whole is just has more consistency with the victories, where sometimes post Deado can be a little shaky. So I think that Conflict right here is totally fine. I think that works just for me. And while we're talking about it, let's talk about Premeditate. Premeditate on the server is a Marauder company. And again, dude, guys, Premeditate, these guys left Samaria, and honestly, good for them. They did leave Samaria, and they looked pretty damn good ever since they left. It took a second for them to kind of level up, but we even talked in an interview with the Post-Edo guys the other day. We talked about Premeditate as a whole, and we pretty much confirmed that Premeditate, you know, it's a good thing that they went here. And I think, honest to God, I think Premeditate is really, really leveling up. I think they are. I think Premeditate is. I think Premeditate deserves to be in the A tier as well. Again, you're going to notice a trend. A lot of CAF companies are in the A tier. Now, Negative, I think I'm going to put Premeditate above Negative Aura right now, simply because they just have more stiff competition. And again, you're going to notice, again, a trend here, guys. It's just so close, man. Like the Cathasia companies are so close, it's not even funny. In my opinion, I'm serious. This is the dumbest tier list ever. Look, you guys make your own tier list then, okay, buddy? Look, look, you can say this is dumb, but I promise by the end of this, it's gonna make sense. Yeah, no, guys, I think this tier list is actually completely fine. If you follow the wars as much as I do, I think this is totally fine right now. But that's me. Look, that's just me. This is literally what I do for like a job. You know. But either way, though, let's talk about Quack. Quack. Now this is gonna be the tough one. This is gonna be a tough one. Quacked is a syndicate company out here on, Quacked is a syndicate company out here on Cathasia, and they're in that conversation as well with all of these guys, right? They're absolutely in that conversation. I would say that Quacked, in my opinion, out of all of the CAF companies, I think Quacked has the most inconsistencies. And I think and I really mean that. These guys are great players. I think the problem with Quacked is their inconsistencies. I think that Post-Edo, Pre-Med, and Conflict all are a little bit more on par on being consistent. And it doesn't surprise me, though. Let me be fair. Before I rank Quacked, it doesn't surprise me because I feel like Quacked is still getting their bearings on the server. You know what I mean? It's just true. Quacked is getting their bearings on the server. So it doesn't surprise me. I think Quacked is probably like right up here high B, and it could be even back of A with a lot of these companies too. But I think B is fine enough for kind of like, you know, they're landing on Cathasia. We're gonna see how they mold. We're gonna see how they go. Again, Quacked is probably the newest company on Cathasia. So I think that, you know, high B is totally fine. They're still grinding. Quacked is very much still is still working on it, right? Like when it comes to building their roster and kind of building up over there. So yeah, this is what I'm saying. All right, let's do it. Let's do, who do we got here? Let's do Moppers. Let's do Moppers on Toppers. Moppers, we have a Covenant company. They just left Arctica. Moppers just left Arctica. They're a Covenant company. They went over to Hudson Land. Moppers, let's go. Moppers, I think, is leveling up. Honestly, I'll be honest, when they came, by the looks of it on Hudson Land, they came with a splash, bro. These guys came in and started cooking pretty quick. And I do know the Moppers guys, like, personally, so I try not to be biased for Moppers because I do love these guys. I'm not gonna lie, Mop on top, you know, hashtag tatted on me. No, I'll be honest, I do like a lot of the people in Mop. I got a lot of homies in Moppers. They're really cool people. So I'm trying not to be biased. I think that Mop right now, it's hard to gauge because Hudson Land overall is a low tier server. I think it's difficult. You could put Mop on top of D or back of C. To be honest with you, I think you could. I'm gonna trust my gut, and honestly, honestly, I think I'm gonna put back of C. I think back of C is fine for moppers. Could be high D, but I think they're cooking, and hopefully we can follow them a little bit more. I mean, they pretty much, I mean, they went to Hudson Land and made it there, so that's got to be some merit. You have to hold some merit for that. So
let's go.
I think C is totally fine. Or again, could be top of D. It's up to you guys, you know, but I think, or well, it's up to me, but you guys can have an opinion. But I think back of C is kind of fine with it. Let's talk about, let's do, is Forefront alive? Okay, I'm gonna put Forefront kind of down here as well, kind of as well with Forefront is a syndicate company in Rosa. Again, we just don't know a lot of these guys. You know, it's tough. And then also like Devout out here, syndicate company in Rosa. That's about all we know, right? And again, if you are part of these companies, I want to see more. You know what I mean? Like, I want to see more, but I know Gorb is pretty much just bending Rosa over and smacking him. So it is what it is. It's tough. Rosa is a very tough place. Gorb is just making it theirs. So let's talk about Acromatia. Acromatia is a Marauder company. Acromatia is a Marauder company out here on, I believe, Pangea. If I'm not mistaken. Let me double check that. I got my sources here. 1 second. No, wait, they're on, my bad. Oh, wait. They're on Cath. My bad, they're on Cath and they're purple, right? Purple on Cath. I'm thinking of old Acromatia. Acromatia is a legacy company, by the way, guys. Sorry, look, I got my notes mixed up. Look, guys, I have like, on my side monitor, I have like 4 different notes up. So I got like stuff for every server up here. But yeah, I'm thinking of old Acromatia. Acromatia used to be a Marauder company, but they're purple on Cath. We have seen, I think that they can cook, but to be honest, we haven't seen a lot coming in from Acromatia. I think Acromatia is strong, but I think they're respectfully a D-tier company. And when it comes, honestly, I still think, I know it sounds crazy to have Gorb over them, because I think objectively, Acromatia is probably like, if you were to pit these guys against each other, Acromatia probably would win. But I think Gorb, for what they've done to Rosa, I think I got to just give it to him a little bit more. Let's do Company Culture. Company Culture is a Marauder company out here on beautiful Cimmeria. Actually, not beautiful. Cimmeria sucks. Cimmeria sucks right now. I think Company Culture, these guys, they're leveling up. They're leveling up, okay? But I honestly, compared to a lot of the F tier right now, I could put them top F or back a D, but to be fair, I'm gonna put them back a D. Why not? Again, F tier is full of a lot of people who have like companies and foundations and try to keep cooking. So let's do Big Brawny Bears. I love this name, by the way. Big Brawny Bears. They're a syndicate company out here on Hudson Land. These guys used to be Dread, by the way. In case you guys did not know, they used to be Dread. They're probably like arguably next to Moppers, probably the strongest company out in Hudson Land. I mean, shit, is Moppers better than Big Brawny Bears? That's the question. What the fuck's a Hudson Land? I feel like Big Brawny Bears is probably in like the D tier category, probably like right here, in my opinion. So last night, yeah. I think D tier for Big Brawny Bears is okay. They could be even a little bit up above Indecisive, but again, I haven't really caught them much, so I don't really know a lot. I know it's Dread, but like just because it's Dread, you know, I don't really know a lot about them. So let's do Honey Hash. Let's do Honey Hash. They're a Marauder company out here in Hudson Land as well. They're not the strongest. They are a legacy company though, guys. Honey Hash is a legacy company. Okay, Honey Hash has been around for a very long time. I do know Solo. I do know Solo Dolo out there. I love how you guys are saying, "What's a Hudson Land?" Guys, can we please? If my boy Achilles is here,
let's go.
If my boy Achilles is here, I want him to see everybody Everybody's saying what's Hudson Land, because I swear if I swear TFR was about to go to Hudson Land. All right. It's my actual reaction. I think Honey Hash respectfully is a D tier. I think Brawny is probably better than Honey Hash, right?
Let's go.
If I'm not mistaken. Right? I mean, probably behind Acromatia a little bit. No, guys, look at F tier. Look, guys, I swear, I love it, guys, look at F tier. I promise, guys, a Honey Hash is D tier. Yo, guys, I promise you guys need to just trust Willy. It's nothing against these people in F tier, but there are tiers for a reason, okay? I promise you the foundation that Honey Hash has is probably alone clears a lot of the people in the bottom right now. Now, granted, Purple Panda Patrol, I'm hearing, is a new company that's cooking on Kalahari. Maybe we need to catch Kalahari more, okay? But yeah, either way, let's talk about Appaban. Appaban is a syndicate company out here on Hudson Land again. Crit farmed Honey Hash. I haven't caught a single crit war. I haven't caught a single crit war. Not one. So Honey Hash gets farmed by crit. Oh, really? So crit should be okay. Then let's do this. Boom, and then Appaban is probably better than crit, right? Boom, right there. Look, and I will say, I'm gonna let you guys help me cook a little bit on some of these more unknown companies, okay? You know what I mean? Honestly, wait, Appaban loses to Honey Hash? Well, look, I'm going for chat for some of these unknown companies that like I need more on. Okay, wait, we just smoked honey 30 minutes ago. Willy, check DMs. Oh God. Okay, hold up, guys. Hold up. Things are getting spicy in the small town. Okay. All right, I'm checking DMs. Honey Hash farms Appaban. Wait, is that true? Wait a minute. We beat Honey Hash? Hold up, guys. What's going on here? Honey Hash truly is F tier? Damn. You guys doing Honey Hash dirty. You know what the worst part about this? The worst part about poor Honey Hash right now is I ain't seeing one Honey Hash defender in the chat. I ain't seeing This is sad, bro. There ain't one person piping up saying, yo, eat my ass, Honey Hash for life. Literally everybody's out here just shitting on him. What did Honey Hash do to you guys? Honey Hash must have pissed in your cereal. Like, what's going on? Honey ass? Oh God. Oh God. Jesus. He has to eat corn the long way. Yo, what is wrong with you guys? What is wrong with you guys? You guys are so mean. Alright. Oh my God. Well, what about Dream Killers then? Look, because I had Dream Killers respectfully.
Let's go!
And like, you guys, oh my God. I had them respectfully in like the D and F tier. Respectfully.
Let's go!
Below BBB. Yeah, because look, I don't know a lot about Hudson Land, I'll be honest. So I don't mind asking chat. Moppers farmed honey in 7 minutes, crit. Well, yeah, that's why I have Moppers above everyone. Put more people and needs to see more. No, because this is more fun. Really, Overlords of Death is crazy. Oh, really, Meek? No, okay. So Dream Killer's here, crit here from what I'm seeing in chat, and then you guys really want Honey Hash and F. This right here is that what we're seeing? Yo, Chai Kid, you I know you? That's not ominous as fuck. Yo, what's up, dude? right, guys, we'll do the last company and then we'll start doing some adjustments. Impulsive, the last company here. I think the way you have Hudson is accurate. Okay, thank you. All right, we have Impulsive here. Impulsive now, guys, is a Covenant company here on Cathasia. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I know that this is gonna be controversial. Impulsive is out here, but I gotta be honest. Impulsive is cooking. Impulsive is cooking, but I don't think that they're on. Look, I'm gonna be honest, guys. I don't think they're on par with Pre-Med, Deado, and Conflict. I just don't. I think they're down like around the Quack level. Now the question is Impulsive better than Quack?
Let's go.
Look, guys. We need to catch more. These are ever moving. These are ever moving tier lists, guys. This is ever moving. Impulsive just beat Pre-Med, true. But again, this isn't just like based off of the most recent, right? Impulsive 3-1 against Conflict. How many F-baller mercs? I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't think I don't. No F-ball. Look, I'm not talking about F-baller mercs. I'm not bringing mercs into the conversation, guys. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna have the F-baller merc. The F-baller got S tier based off of aura alone. Okay, that's why they're there. That's why. Okay, but are we doing? Okay, here's the question: are we doing Quack dirty by putting Impulsive A? I think I like this. I like this for Impulsive, but are we doing Quack dirty? Because I feel like if I put Impulsive A, then I feel like I'm strong armed to put Quack A. Let me see what I had on my original notes. Let me see. Look, I have my original notes. I'm not gonna let you guys change me. Okay? I have my original notes. Guys, I had Impulsive. On my original notes, I did have Impulsive lower. I'll be honest. I did have them lower on my original notes. I saw something in the comments. Hold up. Somebody said Negative Aura beats all those companies. Yeah. Okay. So tell Negative Aura to grow some nuts and go to Cath. All right? Yeah. All they have to fight is LRF. Yeah. Negative Aura left Samaria because Big Bad Prim to go farm Arctica. All right? I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it, bro. They left me high and dry. Negative Aura left me high and dry, damn it. They left me high and dry, damn it. They said, Willie, go fuck yourself. We're leaving to Arctica to farm Dekrin and everybody else on the server. I don't want to hear it. Negative Aura can stay back there for now. Cath and Mega Server confirmed the new Marama only lost to Appalachia Defense. Did major adjustments, order above. Look, I'm just saying, Pre-Med and Impulsive are pretty even. I think I'm fine with this. I did do a lot of movements. Hey, Zenin, thank you for the prime, dude. Thank you, bro. Okay, I think we're fine with this now. Let's do some adjustments, okay? F-Baller speed ran Impulsive and then insta swap. I mean, can you blame him? Yeah. Yeah. They're the real S tier? I mean, I'm out. The entire cast server way overestimate. But you can say that, but look at the other companies. Look at the other. Look, to anybody who is saying, no, seriously, guys, to anybody who's saying that Cathasia is being overhyped and overdone, look at the other companies. What else aside from Cathasia, aside from Negative Aura and like TFR, maybe Grams, is kind of deserves that A tier slice. You want to know what's funny? You want to know what's funny, Valeris? I want you to see something. Just because they have ores doesn't mean they deserve A. Well, for sure, but they're at least able to gauge strength, right, Munch? Like, you see what I'm saying? They're able to gauge strength. You guys want to see something? This is a screenshot. This is my original list. I had negative aura at the top of A, guys. This is a screenshot of my original list. I had negative aura at top of A. I think negative aura is a billion times stronger than what they think. I'm just saying, I actually think negative aura is way, like, guys, this is, I'm not just saying that. Oh, hold up 1 second. I'm not just like, you know what I mean? 1 second, I can get back to the list. Hold up, boys. I had negative aura at the top of A. I could very well do this, but the problem is we haven't. It's tough because I want to put negative aura at the top of A, but the problem is I just haven't seen like a huge, hey Chase, thank you. No, people do not, hold up, Brutal. People do not tell me to switch anything, by the way. I make my adjustments live, not based off of chat, but by talking about it more. Because let's be honest, when I do this list, I'm like when I do my original list, my kids are running around, I'm changing diapers, like I kind of get like a base. You know what I mean? I get a base and then I kind of adjust when I can think about it more. You know, when I can think about it more and stuff. I'll be honest, I think I'm gonna stick with my original, you know what? I think I'm gonna stick with my original listing, man. I'm gonna put negative aura at the top of A. Even though they haven't had like a super competitive war, I think negative aura goes there. I do. I mean, I was in that company. I know how strong their company is. I think they underestimate themselves. I think negative aura is insane. I think negative aura is actually insane. I'm gonna go with my original list here. You're in forefront. We've never lost to fridge scapers. I bet. bet. For those companies in A don't know how to properly execute a crash. I know. Well, trust me. Bro, I don't think anyone lost the fridge scapers. All right, there we go. Where's Bissability and they own Terry? I didn't put Bissability on this. All right, we're doing some adjustments, guys. We're going through and we're doing adjustments right now. That's what we're up to. Zephyr Cakes is real. C West based, bro, based. Look. Here's the thing, guys. It's really tough. It's really tough to gauge. And man, I feel like I do feel disingenuous for putting Quacked on B. I do feel like they could be A. The impulsive glaze is nuts. I think the reason why the impulsive glaze is so high right now is because impulsive is just like they're looking hot now. You know what I mean? Like impulsive is looking hot right now. That's why the impulsive glaze is so high, because they're arguably in Cathasia, impulsive seems to be like the company that is like popping off, starting to stand out a little bit more than others. Like, I think that's why the glaze is high. Langoon, thanks for the follow. That's gonna end the tier list. And this is gonna go on YouTube as well. That's gonna end the tier list. I'm gonna say too, if you're on Twitch, hit that follow if you enjoy this. We do this every month. It's gonna be going on my YouTube. Link to my YouTube in the chat as well. If you're catching this on YouTube, make sure to like and sub. Thank you guys for the love. I hope you enjoyed it. Again, this is just my opinion. You guys can like it, you guys can hate it. That's okay. It's the point about bringing the community together. L take, W list, L list, that's up for you to decide. I really don't mind. This is all just for fun, to kind of bring everybody together in a place and talk about our companies and have fun in this kind of like fashion. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys for watching.